Hi everyone,
Hi everyone.
welcome to the launch of the Citrines YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope to continue to see each of you in the videos to come. So, let me talk a little bit about what this channel is going to be. This channel is going to be the ultimate guide to success. So, whatever it is that you need as a business person to succeed, this is where you'll find it. As you know, success is about 20% skill set, but it is 80% about the mindset. And this channel is where you will find everything regarding the mindset that you need to run a successful business. Over to
That's right.
you.
Well, we thought a lot about what will be the objective of this channel, and in all the workshops we have run and all my consulting across the world, we have come across this one single problem, and that is people know a lot of things, but there is a gap between the knowing and the doing, and this gap is because there are certain blocks in the mind in terms of limiting beliefs, in terms of misaligned values, in terms of emotional, what do you say, lack of mastery of emotions, negative emotions coming in the way. All these things packed together will prevent a person from applying even the knowledge and the skills he or she already has. So we are creating this channel in a way that we want to address these issues. We want to give you tools and tips and techniques by which you can overcome these mental blocks, these limiting beliefs, gain mastery over your emotions, and then go just shoot ahead to the goals you want to achieve, the kind of life you want to live. And that's what this whole channel is all about. Over to you, Sirisha.
So today we would like to answer some of the questions that we have received. As I did some research on what are the kind of topics that business owners would like to know more about, two things actually stood out to us, and one of them is productivity and the other one is time management.
That's right.
So a lot of people say that they want to manage time, right? But do you realize that you cannot really manage time? Time just exists. What you can manage, however, is yourself and your tasks.
That's right.
Oh dear.
Yeah. These two topics, the time management on one side and productivity on the other side, is so relevant to our life in the 21st century. Because back in the days, you could run a life just by making a list of things you want to do, probably on a sheet of paper. But if you look at our lives now, there are multiple kind of wheels spinning, and we have to kind of balance all kinds of things, our personal life, our professional life, and all those. So life has become much more complex. So, which means that there are a lot of tasks, there are a lot of projects that will come to you from multiple sources, from different roles you play in life, both personal as well as professional. That's
right.
one part of it. The other part is the total distraction we face every single day. We are distracted by television, we are distracted by cell phones, especially cell phones. We are distracted by people. Now, how do you handle all these distractions on one side? How do you handle the overwhelm on the other side of the multiple tasks that come to you every single day? That's what we want to talk about today. Over to you, Suresh.
So, how is it that you handle all of this? What you need is a brain outside your brain. So,
Yeah.
since there are so many things, since the overwhelm is so huge, your brain can't really handle all of this. Also, your brain is not made to remember. Your brain is not made for remembering small tasks that you need to do. What your brain is meant for is for having creative ideas.
That's right.
Ideas that will help you grow in life, ideas that will help you become successful. And then the execution of these ideas can be done through a simple system that you can develop for yourself.
That's right. And I have been kind of researching on time management since past 25, 30 years. I started off with a simple to-do list, but it never worked, and I've kind of gone through all the kind of time management systems across the world in different ways. And what I have found is that none of the systems actually fit to your requirements. And then suddenly, when I got my master practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, I realized what is the reason. The reason behind is the operating system in our brain. We have an operating system called meta programs. Now, these meta programs are the programs that run the other programs in your mind. So, if your meta programs are not aligned to the kind of system somebody is teaching you, you will not be able to kind of go ahead with that system. You will not be successful. So, basically, the bottom line is that you need a system that is customized to your kind of operating system in your mind. And that's what we are going to talk about. So we are not going to come and give you typical time management or productivity systems that are available all across. That actually doesn't work.
Right.
We are going to give you a system that you can customize it yourself. In fact, you have to develop the system yourself. We'll give you guidelines based on the kind of personality you have, the kind of operating system you have, and so on. What do you think, Sirisha?
That's right, because each person is different. The way you operate would be very different from the way your partner operates or from the way your spouse operates. So each single person needs their own system, and your system needs to be customized to the way you run your life. And what we do is we sit with our clients and develop a system that works for them in their context, in their business, and in their life.
That's right. While this one-on-one session cannot be done on a YouTube, but we will definitely draw in certain specific issues that come up when we are consulting one-on-one, and then based on that, we'll create videos that will probably reach you, and you'll be able to understand that, provided you are having a similar kind of issue. That's what
Right.
we are planning.
So what we can do is give you some tips that you can take and then fit it into your schedule, into your way of working as you seem right.
That's right. And this channel is not just about we giving you videos every Wednesday and then you watching them and you going about your way, you living your life. That's not the kind of channel we want it to be. We want it to be interactive. So you try something which we suggest, talk to us about it, comment on it, and give us feedback. And we'll help you in during the feedback and the comments, and probably you can even call us so we can help you to kind of tweak it in a manner that will work for you. Probably that's what we can do.
That's what we can
So it becomes more interactive and not just you just watching some videos and then trying to struggle on your own. So we are there with you every step of the way, the entire journey.
So since time management and productivity is the first topic that we're going with, we're going to start right now by giving you some tips.
That's right.
And the first tip that I have for you is, since your brain is not made to remember every single thing that you need to remember for productivity, the first tip is write everything down. Make sure that you carry either a notebook with you or have an app on your phone, and whenever either you remember a task or someone gives you a task, make sure you write it down. This is very important because a lot of times we are very busy with whatever we're doing, we're busy with the task at hand.
That's right.
And someone decides to come and interrupt us with a task, and either you forget what you're doing and you go after the task, or you're like, okay, I'll do this task later, and you continue with what you're doing. The moment you're done with your current task, you've already forgotten what you had to do.
That's right. Can I just add a point here?
Yes.
What Sirisha said is absolutely right. We can't keep everything in our mind. In fact, we will forget. So writing down these tasks probably on your phone or on a piece of paper or a book is extremely valuable. The problem is, this is a habit change. This is definitely a habit change. Even to master the single habit of writing down every single thing that comes to your mind, your ideas, your brilliant ideas, what people tell you, the task that suddenly you remember. All those things to write down, capture it in one place itself is a huge change in the way to uh, go about
Yes.
living.
So how about you give them a tip on how to make sure that this change actually happens?
So the whole point of time management and productivity is to start small. Start step by step. First get in the habit of capturing. If you have lived your life for 25, 30, 35 years or whatever your length of time you have lived so far, and you've never captured your thoughts on paper, you're not going to capture it easily just by trying it for a week or two and then trying to add to another complexity of developing a system and another complexity of running the system. That's not going to happen. One habit at a time. Master this capturing first, and then we will tell you how to organize these captured stuff. How do you prioritize it? So once you begin this whole exercise of capturing, you will soon notice that you have multiple things to do from different areas of your life. And that's when you'll realize that all these things that have been slipping through, if you don't capture it, ignorance is bliss, but then that bliss can lead you to a place where you don't want to be. Especially, that's not the kind of bliss we want. We want to have different kind of bliss where we are joyous, we are happy, and we are controlled. Whereas this ignorance can lead to a lot of problems, right?
That's right. So how do you develop this habit? The first step that you can do is have a notebook right next to your bed. Because when you sleep and you wake up in the morning, you realize that there are quite a few thoughts that have gone through, or quite a few solutions that your brain has come up with for you. And just a few minutes after you wake up is when your thoughts are running around and you have all these brilliant solutions. By the time you start your day, half of these are lost. So the first thing that you can do is have a notebook next to your bed, and the moment you wake up, write down the thoughts that you have. Write down the solutions that your mind has come up with for you.
That's right. I promise you do this for 1 week, you will have a whole big list of things you have to do. And that's when you realize the next problem. When you face a long list of things to do, how do you choose? How are you going to choose what you're going to do first and then second and the third? And then comes the additional layer that's needed. And the task that you choose to do every single day should lead you to the goals, to your dreams, to your vision.
That's right.
That's right. Otherwise, you will begin to do things that are not directly related to your goals, to your vision, to your dreams, and then you will kind of waste your life. That's right. You will get caught in the thick of thin things, as Stephen Covey says. So, so the next step will be to identify what are the goals and how are these tasks that are going to match these goals, and how are we going to use these tasks to achieve those goals. Ideally, setting the goals first probably is the first priority, but then for many of you have already set the goals. You're business owners, you already know your goals. So that's why we don't want to get that as the first step, because you already have the goals, right?
That's right. That's right. So we're now open to any kind of questions that you may have regarding productivity and time management.
That's right.
And in the meantime, can you tell them what step 2 is after they capture? Just sort of a teaser for what's next.
Yeah, after you capture, then you need to go through the list and prioritize. Prioritize from the point of view of what are the primary tasks that we need to do immediately. What are the primary tasks that are directly related to the goals we want to achieve? And then begin to draw out those tasks and then begin to act on them. Now, that's when you do that, you will soon notice that you need a system, and that's when the whole process of developing your system begins. One simple tip is do not have too long a list in front of you when you start the day. If the list is more than 7 task items, your mind will get overwhelmed. And if you do this continuously for 2 3 days, you will just throw the baby along with the bathwater, and then you not attempt managing your time, and you will be drawn back your old ways. Start small. The key is to start small and be consistent. Start small and be consistent. Just go through your list. If you've got 50 things to do, and you take out 3 or 4 major items and just focus on 3 items, not even 4. I would suggest say 3 items.
3 is good.
3 is good, and just complete them, and then go to the next day. Complete those 3. Complete them, and make sure that all these 3 items are directly related to the goal you want to achieve. I'm not saying that you should not do the rest of the stuff. You can do, but the day should not be complete until you have finished all these 3 items, which you have actually planned to do, right? So once you begin this habit slowly, you'll soon notice that you are able to handle more and more, or what do you say, tasks together. But basically, by and large, most of the people cannot handle more than number 3 items in their brain. They begin to get overwhelmed. The maximum number is 7, 7 plus or minus 2. But start with 3.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. So to sum it up, the tips that we gave you today is, number 1, make sure that you start capturing everything that comes to your mind.
That's right.
Whether it's a task that you've generated yourself or whether it's a task that has been given to you. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is keep a notebook next to your bed. And when you wake up in the morning, make sure that you write down the solutions that your brain has come up with. Make
That's
sure that you write down the tasks for the day or whatever it is that is going through your mind.
That's right.
Tip number 3 is to find the top 3 things that you need to do today. Make sure that you have just 3, because bite-sized tasks or bite-sized goals that you have for the day will help you become more productive, because it removes the overwhelm. So that's our 3 tips for the day.
Yeah, that's right. The main thing which we should remember regarding productivity and time management system is the simple fact that there is no one size fits for all kind of a system. You need to develop a system that is completely customized and suitable for you, for the way of life you're living, both professionally as well as personally, and also more so to the kind of operating system, the meta programs you have in your mind. We are going to deep dive into all these subjects very soon. We are going to release a couple of videos regarding productivity and time management. We started with this topic because a lot of you, when we did our survey, has talked about productivity and time management system, right?
Right. Okay, then that's it for today. Thank you for joining in, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, and please subscribe to our channel and like our videos and hit the bell button so that you are notified whenever we post a video, right?
Yes.
Have
You
a
don't want to
great
miss
day.
it.